This episode of the ResortLoop.com podcast is brought to you by Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. Joffrey's is proud to be the official specialty coffee of Disney. Enjoy drinks and pastries at Joffrey's kiosks throughout the parks and check out the Disney Specialty Coffee Collection only at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
As you enter, please slide across the seat to allow room for those who may follow. And please be sure your hands and legs are away from open doors. Thank you.
Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And Bob, the week is here, the week everybody's been waiting for.
It's my birthday?
No.
Oh.
But this is ResortLoop.com. I don't know if I introduced the show or not. We're so excited. This is the week people have been talking about, for like over a year now, maybe even months, because they only do this event every couple years.
That's right. Yeah, the big D23 coming up.
D23.
At the end of this week. And we were not invited again this year.
No, yeah.
But we weren't expecting to be invited, right?
No.
I mean, you know.
No, I thought maybe Tommy was going to call us, and he didn't.
Well, he's not in charge yet.
Oh.
You know, once he gets in charge, then, we're a shoo-in.
I guess. Oh, my goodness.
Really. No.
It's all about who you know, and we don't know anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Hello. Exactly. How about that? Well, speaking of D23, I have a few this day in Disney history, too.
A few of them?
A few of them.
Oh, my goodness.
And one of them ties in with D23.
Okay. I'm excited.
So I'm gonna go backwards in time. We're gonna start in 2012.
Ooh.
Where hundreds of Disney's most devoted fans turn out for Destination D.
Yes.
75 years of animated features. A 2-day event hosted by D23, the official Disney fan club, at the Disneyland Hotel in Anaheim.
Nice.
We've got to get more D23s out this way, though.
I thought they moved them out here. I thought D23 was here, or Destination D was in Orlando, and D23 was out in California.
Yeah, it bounces around.
It does. Oh.
It's whatever they decide to do.
Whatever they deem worthy.
and by they, we don't mean like they. We mean they, Disney they. Everybody says they.
I'm not sure what the first they was, but okay.
I don't know. And in 1955, still going backwards in time. We're not going to reach dinosaur days, but back in 1950, well, maybe for you. 1955, U.S. President Richard Nixon and his family, Pat and daughters Tricia and Julie, visit Disneyland for the very first time. You remember that picture with Nixon in the monorail?
Oh, I think I do, vaguely.
Yeah, that's kind of an iconic Richard Nixon photograph of the day.
And then he wrapped it all up by saying he was not a crook at the Contemporary.
While he was stealing extra drinks.
Well, he was a crook. Yeah, exactly.
Which is why they now have the RFID in the bottom of the cups.
Oh, thanks, he's the one. Thank you,
Mr. Nixon.
Thank you very much.
All because of him. And one more. This one goes back and ties into your favorite ride at Walt Disney World. 1941. Walt Disney and his wife Lillian and a group of Disney artists, later nicknamed El Grupo, depart California on a goodwill tour of South America.
Oh, yes.
Where then we've got Rio del Tiempo.
Yeah, the Three Caballeros.
Your favorite, yeah. So that is this day in Disney history, August 11th.
Well, this is a big day.
Yeah, kind of a big day.
And we could have a big day here at the end of the week with a couple days. These could be future days in history.
Yeah. I want to get your take on it. I got to be honest. I'm a little nervous that we've got all this hype about D23, and I'm worried that it's not going to be what we're hoping for.
You're worried about a little bit of a letdown?
I am.
I tell you. There's got to be something huge. You got to think there's going to be some kind of huge Marvel announcement, a huge Star Wars announcement. We still have Avatar. That's not even, that's probably the most recent thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, but is that going to be a huge announcement to anybody? Anything to deal with Avatar?
Well, I'm hoping. We're going in hopeful.
We are half full.
I mean, we've only seen some artist renderings so far. Maybe we'll see some actual props. What do you think?
Yeah, it's my understanding they're supposed to have a demonstration on the floor of the expo for the Avatar Pandora.
Yes.
Kind of curious as to how they're all going to tie it all together with Animal Kingdom. Maybe we'll get some more information on that. It's going to seem kind of strange. Although, you got Dino Land over in Animal Kingdom, and that seems out of place as well. But I don't know. What about Star? Do you? Let's jump back, because just a little bit ago, not too long ago, they announced that Disney purchased that property near Disneyland.
Yes.
Now it's not adjacent to Disneyland. It's across the street from Disneyland. So their speculation is that's going to be for administration stuff and parking for the cast members, which is still going to open up some real estate at Disneyland. What do you foresee going into Disneyland, and will they make the announcement this early? I mean, this is going to take years. This early in D23,
it will take years. That's what has me kind of worried about the whole thing.
Right.
I mean, they're going to make it they're going to make an announcement. Some Star Wars announcement.
Yes.
I mean, they could make a Star Wars announcement for each park around the world. Like, we're going to have something somewhere, all these places. But who knows how long that's going to take to roll out?
Right.
I mean, unless they're going to spend all their budget on overtime, and they could have all these attractions already designed and ready to go. We don't know what they're doing behind the scenes.
Right.
They could have these people in the bullpen just warming up, already constructing these things, and maybe it'll be like, quote, Apollo 13 again, which I love to do. Disney's finest hour.
Well, it goes to your, coining the phrase, the Disney Renaissance. I mean, they're not stopping with just a few add-ons here and there. They're going all out.
No, they're not stopping. They're going full speed ahead. And I got to believe they believe that they're going to have to turn this stuff around much quicker than they've done other things in the past. Like, how long's Avatar been going? Well, we talked to Len Testa. What did he say about Avatar?
Oh, at least 5 years.
Well, between the time that the movie came out...
Oh, gosh, 10 years.
Yeah. Didn't he say, the time, kids were born when Avatar came out, they'll be graduating from high school or something by the time Avatar is fully out or something like that?
Yes.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you look at the turnaround that that Universal did with the whole the Diagon Alley of Universal. I mean, you had an announcement, hey, they're getting rid of Jaws, the Jaws ride, and then it was a couple of years. It wasn't all that long, and all of a sudden there's Diagon Alley, and it's supposedly, I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposedly fantastic.
Oh, exactly.
Disney can't be decades for them to get these, and I know they want to do it right, but it can't take as long as it has in the past. Yeah,
they might be taking, I don't want to say a page from Universal, but Universal seems to be announcing things after they've already started to build them.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney in the past, they kind of said, well, we're going to build this here eventually.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of a little worried about this D23 Expo. I don't want to hear, hey, we're going to do this, and then you don't see anything for 2 or 3 years.
And then the plan changes from the big exciting announcement that you got, a couple years before.
Right. Exactly, which we've seen in the past, yeah. Here's what I think they're going to do with California, and I think this is what the announcement's going to be, because we know that Marvel cannot go in Disney World in Florida, and it can't go in Tokyo, I guess. So those are two places you're not going to see it. I think you're going to see Marvel be the what's concentrated on at Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to see at Disneyland. I don't think you're going to see a Star Wars over there. This is just my opinion. I think they're going to announce a huge Marvel undertaking first with, I don't think that's going to be the announcement first, but you're going to see that at Disneyland and at Hong Kong and Shanghai. I think that's going to be their big Marvel announcement.
Okay.
Star Wars, I think Star Wars is going to be the Walt Disney World expansion. With, of course, the Pixar stuff. They're talking about putting in more Pixar. But I don't think they're going to have Cars Land.
You don't think?
I don't think so. Remember, we have talked behind the scenes with some people as well.
We have.
And their thought process is, that they're not going to put in the same thing that they have at California.
See, my feeling was very similar, but I think they were going to.
I think
it changed. I think it changed from their original plan.
Well, maybe. You could be right.
I think it was going to be what I kind of gathered was it was going to be a full-fledged, Cars Land. And now it just might be like a Cars attraction. I think they might have changed it after the whole Star Wars, purchase and all that.
That could be. Yeah. I would rather see something else come out of that. Maybe the Monsters Inc. Maybe if you're going to do because they are going to do something with Pixar, the whole Pixar area.
There'll be a whole lot of Pixar there. I really believe that.
But I think we're going to see a major announcement about Marvel as far as the parks go, and a major announcement about the Star Wars going into Walt Disney World and how big that's going to be. We might even see an unveiling, Tim, of a model or at least some art. I would love to see some artwork.
I would love to see some art. Remember when we were talking to our friends over at Pixar?
Mm-hmm.
Roger and Liz?
Mm-hmm.
They were telling, or we had asked them about using virtual reality to model some of these park things, and they said they could not do it without it. I would love to see a sneak peek of some of that animation.
Right. Yeah.
That would be crazy awesome, I think.
Yep. I think you're going to see some of that at this D23, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. It might be Pixar, although the Pixar folks are really, really busy with all the movies that they're putting.
Oh, of course.
Now. So I think those are going to be two of the big ones. Now, what do you suppose? They've already made the announcements for the movies with Star Wars and the Marvel stuff. Any thought on any movies that they're going to talk about?
I think they're going to still talk about Star Wars. I think we'll be excited, and we'll get maybe 10 extra seconds of footage in a trailer.
Yeah,
that everyone's going to analyze frame by frame.
Absolutely.
I think we're getting back to Pixar. There's a rumor that Ellen DeGeneres is going to be there.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah. You know what? There you go. I think we're going to see the first trailer for Dory.
I think Finding Dory, absolutely.
You knew.
I knew. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I know.
I hope that they do some of these things. I hope we see some of these bigger announcements. I'll be real disappointed if all we see are things that we kind of already know about, like the stuff going on at Animal Kingdom with Avatar and the Rivers of Light stuff.
And Frozen over at Norway.
Yeah, I don't want to see an expansion of Frozen, and we're going to do this, and maybe a Frozen parade at night at the parks. I don't want. I think that they have reached their pinnacle for Frozen, and they need to start focusing on other things. Otherwise, they're going to start losing some folks. They're going to have people getting bored.
It'd be crazy awesome. They bring out Ellen DeGeneres. They played the Finding Dory trailer, and then after that, they mention we're also going to redo Universe of Energy with Ellen.
Oh, I would love that.
I think the crowd would go crazy because of that.
I would too. I think you're right. That would be awesome. You never know. You might even see a small expansion of that. I mean, we do have. Remember, they were doing quite a bit for what is that? Interventions over there. That was shut down. So maybe they're going to do something more over there as well, over in Epcot. Anything? Do you foresee anything over at Disney or Magic Kingdom at Disney World?
Oh,
any kind of expansion there?
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't even think Magic Kingdom was kind of off my radar just because they've done so much work over there already. Maybe.
What's that?
If you were to take down Carousel of Progress and replace it with a brand new, spanking new Carousel of Progress and kind of keep the same feel?
No,
come on.
No.
I heard a rumor. There was Bananarama. That this is quite a while ago, and I've never heard anything else about it, but it might have been moving to the Wonders of Life Pavilion area. Now, I don't know if that's true. It's just one of those things you catch somewhere on the internet. But I'm thinking, wow. If you want to keep that one open until the other one opens, Future World,
Yeah. Yeah.
Open up a little area for something else in Tomorrowland, but I don't know.
That's a lot of stuff they got to move. I mean, that's a pretty heavy duty piece of equipment.
Oh, I don't think they're moving it. I think they would be recreating it.
Just recreating it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't want it to go anywhere unless they're going to improve it. Make it better than it is. And I like it as it is now. So
yeah. I don't know. I just can't see too much change. They've already done the Fantasyland expansion of Magic Kingdom. We'll see. What about any DVC? You think they're gonna announce any kind of DVC expansion?
Ooh, DVC. If they were to announce DVC, I think it would have to be a different location. I don't think, we already know about the Wilderness Lodge. I wanted to call it Fort Wilderness. But in that general Rod Wheaton area. And they're still selling the Polynesian.
Right.
So
right.
They could come out and surprise us, but I think a D23, unless there's another location in the global location somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't heard any rumors about any type of announcement. As far as globally, I still would like to see something up in the mountains.
Yeah,
I think that would be awesome. Maybe in Colorado. I don't know.
Maybe some new crazy adventures by Disney destinations of some kind. Maybe. Yeah, that whole Mars mission to Mars, a real mission to Mars. Oh my goodness,
run by Disney.
Oh my gosh, the spacecraft looks like the Millennium Falcon.
All right, I'm going to ask you to expand worldwide. Anything? I mean, obviously, we're going to hear a ton about the Shanghai Disneyland. I'm sure we're going to see a whole bunch of stuff from Shanghai Disneyland.
Yes.
At D23. Do you foresee anything as far as Tokyo or Disneyland Paris? Any kind of announcements coming out of those?
I don't think so. I think I know they don't want to spread themselves too thin.
Right.
I mean, you figure if they're going to major stuff at Disney World, Disneyland, and Shanghai.
Yeah. I think Shanghai's taken all of their international budget as far as expansion for now. But I'm going to tell you, the next D23, I know I'm leaping way ahead here, but I think the next D23, you're going to have to see some sort of expansion over at Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, it could very well be that we might see some of the Shanghai Disney attractions, working themselves around the globe.
Right.
After they're open for like a year and they work out, whatever bugs and the new attractions there.
Right.
It's always easier and cheaper to build them the second time.
Have you seen that new Tron roller coaster?
Oh, my.
Man, I want that.
I'm not a roller coaster person, and I want to ride that.
I want that at Disney World so bad. That's what I wanted for Test Track. But they just kind of kept Test Track. Well.
Now, what do you think the most awesome announcement, the surprise announcement out of left field that nobody might see coming could be?
Boy, I don't know. That's a good question. You're throwing a curveball at me.
I know.
Whether I should swing or not.
Now, what if? Well, don't do that. But it turns out to be like one of those Apple, keynotes where at the very end they go one more thing, and it turns out to be the biggest announcement.
Oh, that would be great.
They worked out a deal where Marvel's now at Disney World. They've signed the check.
That would be interesting.
That would get a round of applause, I think.
That would be huge.
I don't foresee it just because of the money involved, but wouldn't that be cool?
That would be very, very cool. I think there's only one thing that would get park fans more excited, and that is we're not raising prices for the next 5 years. But that's not going to be announced. Oh, my
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think you're going to see they may come out with some new technology, like you had said, that's going to blow people away that we haven't seen before. Like you said when we talked to Liz and Roger over at Pixar, they were hinting at some technology that's never been seen before. So that could be very interesting. I don't know. I mean, the Star Wars, if they start showing some of the rides that they're going to have for the Star Wars, that'll be very cool. But yeah, I'd love to see some, but wait, there's one more.
Exactly.
That would be awesome.
He starts to walk off the stage and he comes back and goes, oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
Now, It might not be the universal thing, of course, but it could be something. And I have a feeling they're going to have to try to pull it off that way.
He goes like Mission Impossible and peels his face back, and it's really Michael Eisner. That'd be crazy.
Exactly.
Anyway, Tim, I'm hoping that we have a great D23 Expo. I wish we were there. If any of the Looper Nation's going to be there,
let us know.
Some pictures. Yeah, absolutely. Especially a show open. We'd love a show open from D23.
I think we need to make plans to maybe go out there for the next one. We'll have to see.
Maybe the next one. Absolutely. Well, Tim, that is all I've got.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott, Resort Loop Tim on where am I, Resort Loop Tim on Twitter. Tim Resort Loop Scott on Facebook. Bob knows it's been a long day for me.
A very long day, yeah.
And we have the website, ResortLoop.com.
Don't forget Facebook /Resort Loop. I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. And rate us on iTunes. We've had a couple extra ratings. We really appreciate that. And where else can they listen, Tim?
You can always find us on the Stitcher. Everybody enjoy the excitement from D23 this week. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.